Hi, I'm Jacob from Northrock Bikes. Today we're going to go over various ways to transport your bicycle. First we're going to talk about bike racks. There are three basic types of bike racks: a hitch-mounted rack, a trunk-mounted rack, and a roof-mounted rack. So a few things to consider with a hitch-mounted rack are that you have to have a hitch installed on your car. You do have the option to carry multiple bikes with most hitch racks. The rack is detachable, so it does not have to stay on your car all the time. But you also have to consider the fact that this type of rack is going to make your car much longer than it is without a rack. With trunk-mounted racks, there are also some things to consider. The rack installs on your trunk, and certain parts of the rack are going to contact the paint of your car. When the rack is installed, you're not going to be able to use your trunk. Some of the advantages of this type of rack are that you can use it on more than one car. They're fairly easy to install and take off, and most of them have the option to carry more than one bicycle. Roof racks are the most permanent type of rack that you can install on your car. Once the bicycle is up there, it's not going to inhibit your use of your trunk or any of the doors. The bike and rack are not going to change the way that you see out of your car either. But you should consider the fact that you have to be tall enough to lift the bicycle onto the rack. So if you have a taller car or you're a smaller person, that might be something you want to consider. An additional consideration on hitch mount and trunk mounted racks, where the top tube of the frame sits on the pads of the rack. Depending on the shape of your bicycle and your top tube's slant, you may not be able to fit the bicycle onto the rack. In that case, you should buy an adapter which installs on the seat tube and stem of the bicycle, and it creates a more flat space for you to install your bicycle. Any rack that you install on the outside of the car is going to change the length, width, or height of your vehicle. You're going to want to consider the fact that your vehicle is now bigger. I could tell you from personal experience that you want to make sure your bicycle is not on the roof of your car before you enter your garage. If installing a rack on your car is causing you concern about gas mileage or the security of the bicycle, your final option is to simply take the front wheel off the bike and put the bicycle in the car. Quick tip to keep the bike wheel from getting dirt or scratching your paint is to leave it so that the rubber of the bicycle wheel touches the rubber of your car wheel. And the only other consideration is that you want the drive side of your bicycle to be facing up when you put it in the car. That's so that you don't get grease on your car. It's also so that you won't change the way that the bicycle shifts in any way.